Previously, Agent Psyche gets called to assist with a mission regarding a monster breaking out from a research facility. She equips herself with 5 things to deal with the said creature in order to prove her competence to the bossman. She chooses special orange juice, a radar, a box cutter, a gun that shoots taser bullets, and roller skates that defy gravity. With her resources in hand and roller skates on, she makes her way to the last known location of the monster, the forest. So you find the radar, you see that creature within a 5 mile radius. So the creature you see is this kangaroo-like creature. It's actually called a Prosoptodon. It is this extinct animal that used to be in Australia, around 2 meter tall, and it weighs 200 to 40 kgs. So what you see is exactly something like that, like dragon type of scales on it, if that makes
So
sense
it's
to
like
you.
a dinosaur.
Yeah, kind of. And I give you the
It
pick
can
of
be hot pink.
hopping. Okay, it's a hopping, but it looks kind of rusty. Okay, the lab probably didn't give it a nice cleanup. So now you dash towards the lab.
Yes. I check on it first, and since it's clearly not bothering anyone, I'll just let it be. Okay?
Okay.
And at this point, I've confirmed that it's a living thing, right? It's a
Mhm.
living
Yes.
that was extinct, but for some reason somebody brought it back. Oh my God, we're playing this like this is like a sequel to Jurassic Park. Anyways,
So the lab that you go into clearly seems like something broke out of it, okay? So it's easier for you to just get in there. And you have this like key card thingy that allows you to just unlock every door that you want.
I have an important input. What if I just use my orange juice instead of the special key card? Let's go. Let's roll for it. Let's roll.
No, wait, haven't you run out of your orange juice? How much orange juice are you
No, it's
carrying?
special. And now we roll for it, okay?
Yeah, I'm rolling it. I'll roll. I have a dice as well. It's a 3. You can't do it. Shut up now. I can't see if you're rigging the game or not, but yes. So you enter the lab and you just see that there are people fast asleep on the floor, almost as if they fainted. Okay, you check their pulse. It's all normal. It just seems as if everyone is just, I don't know, fainted on the floor. Okay, and no one seems to be injured except a few, but no one is like largely injured. Or so you walk through a large corridor, and towards the end of it, that one corridor leads to 3 identical different ones. You have to pick one. Which one do you pick? One, two, or three?
I'll just go straight.
You'll go straight. You'll choose path number 2.
Yes. There's nothing suspicious about that, is there?
Oh, we shall figure this out together.
I'm scared.
As Agent Psych walks through the second corridor, she finds herself. Oh wait, no, this is wrong. Okay, I found the one I'm supposed to read. Agent Psych walks into the second corridor, her steps echoing as the flickering lights illuminates the path. Towards the end of it, finally a door appears in sight. Using her key card, the agent unlocks the door. Not her orange juice, because she lost that one.
I hate this.
She finds herself in a large room with an extremely high ceiling. In front of her, a huge cage is placed. So the cage is this gigantic cage that's placed in the middle of the room, okay? And it's clearly way, way bigger than the creature that you saw. It confuses you. And while you're just standing there in utter confusion of what's happening, you hear a gun cock behind you. What do? You have 3 options. A, you raise your hand and calmly explain who you are. B, you take them down. C, you don't react at all and wait for them to come in front of you.
I really hope you don't encounter a gun incident because I feel like you're gonna do the last option. Act oblivious to the gun's existence.
No, it's like you just stand still there. No, you don't pretend the gun is not there. You just stand there and you don't raise your head even if
No.
they're saying, okay, what do
You
you do?
no, you make the person holding the gun question if you can even see them. Oh Why did you come up with such a terrible option? We're going with the last option. We're gonna make man's question if he can even be seen by us at this point.
I love how you think it's a man, because it is a man.
No, don't make me bring up my statistics.
Roll for it.
3, 2, 1, go. 2.
Two.
Oh my god.
The man comes in front of you, okay? Like he still holds the gun to your forehead, but he comes in front of you, and you see it's this man who is like just shivering all over. He has like blood smeared on his white coat, and you can see his pupils are dilated, and my man's clearly losing it, okay?
He's on drugs?
I don't know, do you want to ask him that?
Excuse me, sir. You seem like you're in a bit of a pickle. Are you high at the moment?
Yeah, and he shoots you and you die, you lose a life.
Oh no no no. Okay, I'm not gonna upset the poor man.
You already did that. There is no taking.
No no!
You have only two lives left.
Stop!
You have lost a life. No, where would you want to be placed? Do you want to be placed in the
I just respawned where I ended.
where you ended? So you want to re-choose your options, or do you want to go with? Okay, you know what? You don't get to choose another option. You stick with it. Do not react at all. And now you have to ask a better question.
Are you single?
You want to lose all your lives here?
No no.
You
Okay,
know
I'm
what?
sorry.
Why don't you roll
Sorry.
for
I'm
it?
sorry. I'm
Roll for
okay.
it.
I don't think he'll shoot me if I ask him if he's single. Okay, but 3, 2, 1. I got a 1.
Hey, let me roll for it. And if I also get but 1 to 3, then I will make you lose your life again. Oh, the dice fell. Oh boy, let me pick it up. Let's see what there is. It's a 1.
No.
Man shoots you again and you lose another life.
Okay, I raise my hands in surrender and I ask him if he's okay and that I mean no harm.
Okay. You how if that what if that doesn't convince him?
Just tell him I got lost. And I'll show him my orange juice. I've
Mm-hmm.
surrendered to him. I've told him that I'm an ally and that if he needs any help or if he's wounded, I can help him and he doesn't have to shoot me again because I really need the script to go on.
Why don't you roll for it?
Okay, I got a 2.
He got it too. That means the person is still not convinced. And he asks you for your identity. What do you do?
I told him I left it at home.
Don't you remember it? Like, do you tell he asks you for your name, for your first and last name and your
Oh,
occupation? What do you think identity means? How long have you been alive on this planet? Who hired you?
I thought you were like identity card or something. Like, oh yes, I work here.
Don't you think you're an agent so you can also make up an identity just to convince someone? Wouldn't you carry fake identities? Wouldn't that be the first thing you would want to carry when I ask you what 5 things you would like to carry?
No, I didn't. You said it was a monster mission, not a go and talk to humans mission. Oh my god. I was ready to kick some. Okay, so clearly he's not convinced.
Mhm.
So I just tell him I forgot my identity at home and that I'm a regular teenager sipping orange juice and stumbled upon this area through the woods. The items that I have around me are just things that I've picked up along the way, and I am an innocent bypasser, and I just want to help him recover from his trauma. Is he convinced yet?
Honestly, I don't, that will never convince me if I was that person, and I'm pretty sure he's not convinced, but for the sake of the plot, let's move on. Okay, he's convinced, but he tells you to get the hell out, and he's fine with his wounds, and you're kicked out of the lab without getting any information. The whole point of sending you to the lab was so that you can find intel about that monster, and by far you have nothing. I am so proud of you.
Thank you. Okay, what happens next?
You're kicked out of the lab. Now you decide where do you want to go. If you go back to the agency, you will be homeless. If you go back to the forest, you'll probably die and you have 1 life left. And if you go back to the lab, you'll probably die again. You
Go
have
back to the lab. Let's sneak back in and let's spy on him now after he kicks me out and see where he goes. Let's follow him
Ooh,
now.
that's nice. Roll for it.
I got I got a 4.
You sneak up to the man and you see the man take, you know those three corridors that we went through? You see the man take the third corridor and you follow him. It ends up into this research lab type area, and you see these glass tube thingy in which they like, in many shows, scientists and people just put weird things in to preserve them or whatever, or test them on, which are connected to these gigantic machines, and all of them look around like 6 feet tall. All of them are of the same size. The thing is, all of them are broken, okay? And the floor is like covered in this pink gooey substance, and you just see the man just, walking in there.
My
Like,
god, they were dyeing the dinosaurs pink?
That's your job to figure out at this point. So now what do? You see the man doing this.
What do I see him doing?
You just see him just, looking at his life work just absolutely destroyed in front of his eyes.
There's nothing better than seeing an old man having a mental breakdown. I just sit there and watch until I'm amused.
Why don't you roll for that and see if you lose a life or not?
Why would I lose a life for just sitting and watching? I'm
You're not
I'm
doing
like
anything. How long will it take for the man to notice you? Like, where are you hiding? You
not doing
cave
anything. I'm observing him, okay? Listen. I'm observing him. I'm gonna wait until
the
he does
vent
something or
from
he reveals to me some important information where I can go off of. I'm just observing him right now.
from where? Are you like in the vents? Are you just following him? How are you hiding from him?
If I tell you, he'll find out. I'm not telling you.
I'm the narrator. How is the script supposed to go if you don't tell me?
You're gonna use it against me like you've been using everything against me up until this point. You are manipulating me and you're gaslighting me into telling you where I'm hiding, and then you're gonna use it against me. But fine, I'll tell you. I'm probably like right behind him, but he can't see me.
To do that, why don't you roll for it? Let's keep the plot moving.
I got a 4. And he gets knocked out, okay? I take away his weapons and his cards and anything that could potentially be used against me. And I just make sure he's alive, but not alive enough. And now I start doing my research. I start gathering information and tasting multiple things around. The group is called Slay. I find that written down on a file.
Hmm.
Thus the origin of the hot pink color.
Okay. You know what? Since you now have full control over that whole lab, do you want to go and see what was in the first corridor?
Yes.
You choose the first corridor, you walk towards the end of it. There's one single door there, okay? You enter it and it's just completely dark. You leave the door open and you go in to investigate what's there. And there are these just cardboard boxes there. And you can feel how the temperature of that room is significantly lower. You know those cold storage rooms? It's something like
Mhm.
that. But as you're about to open one of the cardboard boxes to see what's there inside, the door behind you gets closed, okay? And you try to open it and see, why it suddenly got closed, but you can't open it. Someone trapped you there. I love this.
So now what?
Yeah, now what? Now what do you want to do? Use your agent skills. I should have really chosen a different role for you, honestly. You should have been that one peasant child that that whose whole family died and now they desire to like, I don't know, have bread or some food and some rich warrior person hires you and sends you to weird ass missions and you die in the first one and no one cares and you never have a funeral.
Are you done being mean?
Yes. Now what do you do stuck in that dark cold room? You might freeze and die in a few hours or so, okay? Or at least not die, you will not your mobility will certainly be affected.